The purpose of this experiment is to illustrate the phase changes of ice cream from a liquid to a solid through the transformation of milk and sugar to ice cream. This experiment will also be conducted to show how a non-volatile solute and solvent affect vapor pressure as well as the colligative properties.
In order to conduct this experiment, we will need a couple ingredients. First, we need milk, salt, sugar, ice, Ziploc bags, a bowl, and a thermometer, which will be introduced later in the experiment. In this experiment, we begin by mixing the milk and sugar in a Ziploc bag. In a bowl, we place the ice and let it sit. Ice is a pure solvent. Since it is just frozen water, and because it's frozen, we know that the freezing point is 0 degrees Celsius. From what we learned in Chapter 11 regarding solutions, a non-volatile solute added to a solvent will lower vapor pressure. Since it lowers vapor pressure, that means the solution will have a higher boiling point and a lower freezing point.
Once the ice is placed in the bowl, we're going to add the salt. We can start by sprinkling it over the ice. When the salt is added to the ice, which is NaCl, it lowers the freezing point and the melting point of water. And the key here is that salt must be a non-volatile solute in order for the freezing point to lower.
Then steadily, as time passes, the freezing point at 0 degrees Celsius will lower. It should lower at least 15 degrees less.
Now place the Ziploc bag on top of the ice and stir constantly until the milk gradually solidifies into ice cream.
While it is being stirred, the liquid over time should freeze. Then the overall temperature will be lower. After about an hour or so, keep adding ice and salt if needed. Now we can see that the solution has phase changed from a liquid to a solid. Colligative properties can explain this change as well. Colligative properties are properties of solutions that depend upon the number of solute particles to the number of solvent molecules in a solution. They include relative lowering of vapor pressure, elevation of boiling point, depression of freezing point, and osmotic pressure. When you make ice cream, you usually use salt water to supercool your ice cream. Normal water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius, and that's not good enough to make ice cream, but adding the salt to the water lowers its freezing point. Freezing point depression, which is a colligative property.